If we take that reasoning forward, it fits very well with what the Dalai Lama said, which is that underneath all our levels of consciousness, when we get down to the very core of who we are, that we are pure, that we're pure and unfiltered, unadulterated, unchanging. We are that. And that is who we are at our core. And each person has the same core. So both the Dalai Lama and Charles Fillmore agree that what really separates us is just this moment in time, that this I statement that we are. Because at the base, we are the same with everybody. We're not really separate except in this I and what we form out of that. This is fundamental to this process of extending love according to the Tibetan tradition, that we realize that at our core we are one. And then the next thing to realize is that we have lived many lifetimes. If you can get that concept that this I has formed and been passing through many bodies, or apparently many different bodies, and has manifested itself as different people, many might learn to expand love, that we might learn to be kindness itself. And we must realize that we are the same as everyone we see around us, and that they have played multiple roles in our lives, even though they only play one or two in this lifetime. And the famous way for Tibetans to get to this is to imagine their mother, the kindness of their own mother. And in Tibet, I think they have less mother issues than we do here, but they have the kindness of their mother, and they remember that the mother fed them, breastfed them, and cleaned them up when they went to the bathroom, and held their hand and walked them through dangerous situations and protected them from harm in many ways, and taught them so much in those early years, comforted them, was kind to them. This protective, loving, caring being devoted her life to your coming into life itself, from bringing you through her own body to protecting you every hour of the day for years. And that person, that mother, once they get a good feel for that, remembering how lucky, how well cared for, how tender life had been for them, from that person, they ask that you think about that and hold it. The real effort here is to recognize the rich gift that was given to you, and to embrace it and to give it back. To give back that kindness to your mother. This becomes the basis of all kindness in essence. That you recognize that someone has taken care of you enough to get you to this point in life. You didn't arrive here on your own. You were essentially helpless as a child, and now have come to the point where you have agency in your own life, but it was not without sacrifice of someone else's time and their affection. Now, the interesting thing, if you put the idea together that someone is really taking care of you, and that you've had many, many lifetimes, therefore that many people that we see in the world, that so many out there, we don't even recognize them as our mother or even our friend, that in somewhere in the past they have been your mother. And if they have not, the odds are they might have been. And so we could approach every person we see with the idea that they had been our mother. And having been our mother, they must have nurtured us and taken care of us and been kind to us and been sweet to us when we were hurting, and taught us many things and protected us from dangers. This means that every person you see, we should extend our hearts to, our kindness to, our understanding, our sympathy. Those people, they were your mother in another lifetime. They were your mother, and because they were your mother, they deserve love and affection. Because it approaches us through our feeling state, which is where we want to go with this eventually. We want you to find it easy to love and to appreciate everybody. We're all in this together. And the one thing that will be transformative for us is if we can see the other through the eyes of love, even if they're not being nice to us, even if they have been prejudiced against us and have for no good reason decided that we were unworthy to be in the same place they are. We can still respond with love. That's what this 7-week series is about, is training ourselves to respond with love when things are not going well. The I brackets and says, oh, y'all are not me. You're not me. And this is the disease that has happened in this country, that we have developed this culture of us and them. Us and them has taken over. But it's only the I brackets that are saying that. What's the core underneath is not different. We are the same. And so one of the mind games I think would be really helpful at this moment would be to transpose the love and affection that you received from your mother, the kindness that you received from your mother, transfer that onto Donald Trump. So that you see him not as the other, but as your mother, as the one who cared for you in another lifetime. If we could see the world and ourselves as one and reduce this sense of separation, then we can draw on the power of this divine. We can focus, if we can focus that we're one, then I think we open up the possibilities of the floodgates of spirit, soul, and body doing miraculous things.